The world is loud. It screams for attention. It rewards noise. It celebrates distraction and applauds the surface. But success, real, lasting, soul-forward success, that does not begin in noise. It is not born in applause. It does not rise in the blinding spotlight. It begins in the shadows, in the silence, in the hours when no one is watching and no one cares, in the quiet decision to outlast the pain, to outthink the doubt, to outwork the excuse. You see, the world has confused noise for power, but true power doesn't need to announce itself. The seed makes no sound as it splits the earth, but one day it becomes a forest. The most powerful minds in history, Edison, Carnegie, Hill, Ford, Lincoln, Disney, they weren't shouting. They weren't seeking followers. They weren't trending. They were building. While others were talking, they were thinking. While others were complaining, they were creating. While others were scrolling, they were scripting the future. Because what you build in silence echoes for eternity. Success begins when you silence the outer world long enough to hear the voice within you, not the voice of fear or the voice of doubt, the voice of vision. But that voice only speaks to those who are still enough to listen. We live in an age where noise has become currency. But listen to me clearly. Attention is not the same as achievement. Popularity is not the same as purpose. And volume is not the same as value. You want to build something that lasts? Then you must get comfortable with being unseen, unknown, and uncelebrated for a while. Because the greatest breakthroughs don't come with confetti. They come with solitude. They come when you stay up late after the world has gone to sleep. When you're studying what others ignore. Training while they party. Rehearsing while they relax. That silence, that isolation, that's the forge. That's the sacred place where champions are sculpted. Do you think Thomas Edison became the father of electricity because he had more followers or because he had more faith? 10,000 failed attempts and not one scream of complaint. Just quiet persistence, unshakable belief. Success doesn't come to those who shout the loudest. It comes to those who listen the deepest, to their calling, to their conscience, to that inner whisper that says, there is more in you, there is so much more. And here's the secret. If you need the world to clap for you before you start, you will never start. If you need the world to see you before you believe in yourself, you will wait your entire life. Because the truth is, the world only starts clapping when you no longer need the applause. So stop waiting. Stop shouting. Stop seeking validation from those who don't understand the mission. Instead, enter the silence and build. Build with discipline. Build with vision. Build like your future depends on it. Because it does. You think clarity comes from noise? No. Clarity comes when you step back, when you breathe, when you go inside and face the uncomfortable parts of yourself. The fears, the insecurities, the lies you believed for too long. Burn them. In silence, you discover what you actually believe. And if what you believe is small, change it. Replace it. Rewire your mind. Because as Napoleon Hill said, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. But belief isn't built in noise. It's built in solitude. That's why so many never reach it. They can't sit still long enough to hear the truth about themselves. They're addicted to escape, addicted to opinions, addicted to the dopamine of being seen rather than the discipline of becoming someone worth seeing. But not you. You're here to build. You're here to rise. And rise you will. Because once you understand the power of silence, once you understand that growth happens unseen, you become unstoppable.